part 2. Right, so this is an absolute bum shaker anyway. This is an absolute saddening to see. But the FBI in the US have announced that they're putting on hold until they get more information about the royal family and the one who's called P.A. You get me? Yes, so they're no longer investigating the nonce. I've got a funny feeling, obviously, we know about Charles having a really aggressive cancer. And you know what I believe this is? The death penalty. That's what I believe it is. And I don't think they're just doing it to these people. Anyone who's been involved in any of this historic crimes against children. This is how they're getting rid of them. They're giving them an aggressive cancer through injection. Then they just let them go. And you go and do what you do, and they know that you were a goner. So it looks normal. Do you imagine the upheaval that they'd have if they did this openly? Do you imagine the press spinning it? Well, they're doing it on the quiet. They're getting rid of these people on the quiet. There's someone else who's going to be arrested, and it's going to be bigger than Diddy. Do it. Sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help that joke. But you know, give him that name, don't you? I'm told it was Puff. No, not Puff. It was the big rapper, the fat one, who's not with us anymore. I'm told it was him who gave him that name. But there's someone going to be arrested. Now, I don't know the name yet. I thought I would find it out, but I didn't find it out in the end. So, but I've got a couple of guesses. I'm going to give you my guesses. And they both male and female, and the both names begin with O. One was an actor originally. One was now shows a talk show host and all that business. And she's apparently the richest black woman in the world. Her name begins with O, a surname. And one was a president that began with O. And I think it's one of these two. I don't know, I'm just getting funny vibes from these two lately, but I've always had funny vibes from the P one. For years, I've hated him. You know, my dad still has him up on his wall because he listens to mainstream media. Knows it's full of shit though. Realises, pardon me friend, sorry about that. Knows it's lies. But nevertheless, he still has him up on his bedroom wall, on his hallway wall. Anyway, really need to see them. Anyway, this is going to conclude it all. This is a 2-part series, I'm assuming. I had a little malfunction. Anyway, people, I love yous dearly. Give thanks, give praises, give blessings. But it's about time we took control of this planet back ourselves. We don't need an external force like the Orions taking it over us and manipulating us. And I hear what people say. Why don't they just come in and take over the planet? Well, this Earth's been in quarantine for quite a while. It's just moving out of quarantine right now as we speak. and it's going to the it's getting pulled out of quarantine. What was the reasons of these tornadoes in the US? Well, basically, we've got something going on with the planets. The negatives were trying to pull a second moon to this Earth. And you know, I've talked about there being a second sun coming into vision. Well, this second sun, apparently what's going to happen to the sun, or the main sun, not the main central sun, because remember I've told you there's 3 suns in our solar. There's the main central sun, then there's the sun we see in the sky, which is the second sun. Then there's the sun in the centre of the Earth, the core of our Earth is the sun. It's not a lava thingy, but it's an actual sun. And this is why the civilizations in the centre of the Earth, this is how they get their sunlight. It's from the the centre of the sun in our Earth, of Gaia, right? But apparently, something strange is going on. That's what caused the tornadoes and stuff in the States just recently. I don't know the names because I don't follow the media. But apparently that's what caused it. They were trying to pull a second moon to this Earth to make violent stuff with the weather. Now there is a time where we're going to have more moons on this Earth, but it will come in a time much more of more peace, when the Earth's quite ready for it. Basically, what's happening with the sun, and I'm talking about the sun that we see in the sky. A lot of people are saying they're seeing 2 of them. Well, basically, what's happening, the male and female aspects of the sun are dividing, which is bizarre. So we're going to see 2 suns